with a 3/3 first striker. So then we've got that build, or we could just play Siege Mastodon or something. Brink of Disaster, actually not the worst. It's pretty close to the worst. It's not the worst. So I don't know. I feel like the red blacklist is probably better, but I'm just biased because I don't like to attack and I don't like combat in general. But I may be wrong there because this card is just more powerful than almost anything in red. The pacifisms and O-ring and such stack up pretty well against the burn if you were considering the quality of the removal. So it's just a matter of, yeah, but see, Scepter of Empires doesn't really belong in this deck. So we may be short on playables in the white-black deck, even playing a couple of shades. We could play 16 lands because we have the Simulacrum, and then that's 10 swamps, 6 plains. So then we'd probably play the second shade, and then like the... No, I think we definitely want to do the red splash instead of playing the... We'll probably play one shade. Even if you only have 2 swamps in play, I think this guy is fine. So we have Shock, Incinerate, maybe splash one of these guys. I mean, they're fine at almost any point in the game. But I mean, this deck is not... Yeah. Alright, let's put the red back up here. It's definitely tricky. This card's so good with the 4 Bloodthirst dudes. Let's go back by color and put the red back in. As much as I like me a pacifism or whatnot, I think the red is going to be a little bit better. What does that leave us? 23 cards. Sort cards by converted mana cost. But we don't want this shade. We'd probably much rather play a... What? Do we want this guy? A 3/4 that enters the battlefield tapped? I mean, that guy's pretty good, even in an aggressive deck. Call of the Grave is still fine. Although it's not fantastic. Resembling Skeleton's not as good in this build. Still pretty good. Probably would either just play an Axe or a Bonebreaker Giant. So what is my ideal draw on turn? I mean, if I have the turn 1 Arsonist, things are good. But if I have like if I don't have a turn 1 Arsonist, then I have to have one of a few 2-drops, and then I can get my my Bloodthirst dudes online on time. Oh, we play this guy, and then I don't know how I feel about Diabolic Tutor in a clearly aggressive deck. Because like that could probably be better served since we have fewer bombs in this build. That'd probably be better as a Lava Axe. Like, I think most of the time you'd rather just get them. Okay, and then we add the land. Suggest, please. 9 and 8. I think I would do 10 and 7. Be a little bit better. Okay, so we're gonna save that as M12 RB. Okay, so that's 1 brew. Put these away. Sort by color. This red. This white. Sort by cost. Get that Diabolic Tutor in here. Play one of the shades. It's just we just can't really fill. I mean, could play like Incinerate is fine, Blood Ogre is fine, Shock is fine, and then we just play 17 lands like this. And did I put anything in here that I didn't really want? No. Man, there's so much removal in this deck, and still 14 creatures, and we have this to fix us. So if we add land to this build, I definitely only want 2 mountains, 9 swamps, 5 plains. I can add a 17th land. 9, 5, and 3. I mean, it's pretty greedy, but I honestly think I like this better. It's got the best of the red cards outside of like strictly an aggro deck. It's still got, maybe I'm undervaluing that Stormblood Berserker, but we can definitely always fix it later. I'm saving both of my builds in case I want to call them up later. This deck just has lots better cards in it. I mean, I feel like Pacifism and O-Ring and stuff like that match up well against having like Stormblood Berserker, which is just only really good. I mean, I guess if you're ahead early, it helps you stay ahead, and I'm in love with this card. I mean, it's so hard to beat if you can get it online with the Bloodthirst. And we have our little Bloodthirst Duder. This guy is not great in here, but it can stay because it trades with most 2 and 3 drops on defense, and we have plenty of ways to Bloodthirst it. I actually am going to submit this deck and give it a try. And as usual, I'm the last one to submit, so we'll give it a spin and see how it goes.